Hearts have found out their UEFA Europa Conference League fate. However, if we had strong referees, then we would have been in the Europa League draw. But unfortunately, we have to settle for Europe's third biggest club competition. We were seeded pot 3, and in the group we got Istanbul, Fiorentina and RFS.
The Lord tells me he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're fucked.
That's my thoughts exactly. Now, did we get the worst possible group? You know what? Probably not. No, we didn't. But did we get a good group? Did we get a favourable group? Could we have got an easier group? Hell fucking yes. So, yeah, no, I'm glad to be in Europe. It's nice to be in Europe. We're going to have some big European games against the likes of Istanbul and Fiorentina. But our chances of going through, chances of getting a top 2 finish in this, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. I'm looking at the pots here. Pot 1, you'd Villarreal, Basel, Slavia Prague, AC Alkmaar, Ghent, Istanbul, Partizan and West Ham United. Now, Istanbul have improved a lot over the years, so I think in terms of coefficient, they were ranked 6th best pot 1 team. I'd say they're a wee bit better than that. Now, I don't think Istanbul's the best team in pot 1. I would say that is probably Villarreal or West Ham. But I do think Istanbul are one of the better teams. I think they're better than Partizan Belgrade. I think they're better than Ghent. I think they're better than Slavia Prague. I'd probably say they're better than Basel. And maybe they're better than AC Alkmaar. So, I mean, I think you could argue they're 3rd or 4th in pot 1. Pot 2, you've got Cluj, Molde, FC... Who the fuck is that? FCSB, some Romanian side. Not too sure who that is. Fiorentina, Cologne, HPL Beersheva, Apollon Lissamol and Slovan Bratislava. Easily out of that pot, Fiorentina are the best team. I mean, pretty much just due to the fact that they're Italian, they're from the Italian league, and they're not constantly, but they're regular European, the regular team in European football, man. It's like not every year, but more often than not, you look at Europa League and that, and you do see Fiorentina up there. So again, they've got some really good players. And they are going to be a tough side to beat. Pot 3, there's a couple of decent teams in Pot 3, especially Nice and Anderlecht, so at least we avoided them by being in Pot 3. When I look at Pot 4, I think we definitely got the weakest team. There is a team with like 1.6 coefficient, Balakani. Never seen them, so don't know if they're good or not. However, I did watch RFS play Linfield the other night, and they looked horrendous. Linfield should have beat them. So, while I do think RFS are a bad team, I don't think that really works in our favour too much. I expect us to beat them twice. I expect us to get 6 points against them. But at the same time, I expect the other 2 teams to get 6 points against RFS. So, I think when you get a really bad team for pot 4, I don't look at it as a favourable thing, you know, because the way I see it, everyone's going to beat them. So, I don't see it as 6 points, because I know the other 2 teams are going to get 6 points as well. So, for us to get out of this group, we are going to need to get results against Istanbul and Fiorentina, and that's going to be hard, guys. Let's be real. It is going to be hard. I mean, I would have said the easiest possible group for us, based on this, probably would have been maybe Partizan or Ghent from pot 1. Pot 2, probably Lissamol, and then maybe pot 4. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't really matter. The really bad teams in pot 4 are really bad, and they're going to get beat anyway, so I'm not too bothered. But yeah, no, we're going to have a tough group here. Can we finish in the top 2? I think it's unlikely. I mean, I hope we can give a good account of ourselves, hopefully maybe get a decent result against the top 2 teams from the pot. We should be beating RFS twice comfortably, so hopefully that's 6 points. And I mean, and who knows, if we can get results at Tynecastle and maybe sneak something away from home against Fiorentina or Istanbul, then I guess we've got a chance. And I think if we're looking at it logically, what we probably want is Istanbul and Fiorentina. We want one of those sides to win both legs against each other. It's not really good if they both share, 3 points at home. I would like Istanbul to either beat Fiorentina twice or Fiorentina to beat Istanbul twice, and that gives us a chance of, hopefully beating one of them for second place. But yeah, overall, like I said, I mean, it could have been worse, but I don't think it could have been much worse. Probably the worst group we could have got is Villarreal Fiorentina or West Ham Fiorentina. But like I said, I would say Istanbul, apart from Villarreal and West Ham, probably arguably one of the best, if not the best teams in pot one. So it's going to be tough. I think we need to get in reinforcements. The squad's not big enough. I think our starting 11 is good. The only problem is if you have to make changes, if you have injuries or suspensions, I don't think we have the depth. We've got a bit of depth, but I don't think it's quality depth. I don't want to see Toby Sibic playing Europa League Conference Fitba. That's not a good sign. I think we need to probably get a couple more attacking players. If we take Boyce and Shankland at the team, who do we really have up front? I mean, we can play Giannelli up front, but he's not really a striker. There's like Ewan Henderson, but again, he's just not good enough to be in the Europa League Conference League. We've got to be honest with ourselves here. I think we need to go out and strengthen. Approximately, we get about 2.6 million for being in the Europa Conference League. I would like to see the board go out, and I'm not saying spend all of it, but I'd like to see the board go out and show a bit of ambition and just, bring in a couple of players, 3 or 4 really, really good players, and just strengthen the squad. I mean, why not strengthen the squad, right? It might not get us anywhere in Europe, but if we strengthen the squad, it should solidate third place for us. And if we keep getting third place and we keep getting into Europe every season and the Scottish coefficient doesn't drop, then, we're going to be getting group stage European football every season, which will naturally improve the team. So that's what I would do. Anyway, prediction times. Where do I think we will finish in this group? Right, I'm under no illusion that Fiorentina and Istanbul have got stronger squads than us, and they are more likely to finish above us. I also feel, though, that on any given night, I do feel like we've got the beating of both sides. I don't think they're that good that we have no chance against them. I think we showed there against Zurich last night that against the Swiss champions, we were dominant, for the first 45 minutes up until Grant got sent off, really. We were we were really, really good. So I don't see why we can't put in that sort of performance against Fiorentina or Istanbul. So yeah, I would say we're most likely to finish third and therefore not qualify for the next round. But like I said, if we put in a good performance at the right time, then I can definitely see us causing an upset. And I think we could potentially finish ahead of one, if not both sides. But I genuinely believe that we need to make some signings. I don't think the squad's strong enough. I'm actually worried, to be honest with you guys, that these 6 European games and the lack of depth in the squad, I'm worried that if we do not strengthen, we might not even get third. Just due to the fact that come to the league games, we're probably going to be rotating quite a lot. And I could see us in the first half of the season dropping, quite a lot of points where we wouldn't have dropped them had we not been in Europe. I wouldn't complain, though. I'm not going to complain about Europe. Obviously, you want to be in Europe. Being in Europe is fucking great. But I do think that you need to compensate. And when you do get into Europe, I think you need to splash the cash a little bit and spend some money. And, you're getting rewarded with money for being in European football. So I think it's only fair that we spend a bit of that on the squad and strengthen it. So we'll see. There's still, another 10 days, another 8 days or something like that transfer window. Hopefully we get a few more players in. I think we need another centre-back. Another centre-back is crucial, especially a right-sided centre-back. We can't be going into these games with Toby Sibic. We just can't, right? We can't. We need to get somebody. And I think we need another striker. I would love to sign Nubly for Livingston. I know it's only early days, but he has looked so fucking good in the first few games of the season. So and he's a big, powerful striker as well. And I think his sort of kind would do really well, in Europa League games. He offers us something different from what Boyce and Shankland do. So yeah, I'd like to see us go out and sign a couple of players. And like I said, I think Nubly would be one of my top picks. Anyway, guys, that will do it then. Hearts Europa Conference League group fate was decided. Istanbul, Fiorentina, RFS. Let me know down below if you think we're going to go to this group. Personally, I think third, but I wouldn't put it past us. If we get out, then absolutely brilliant. But I do think we got one of the harder groups. I think we were unlucky with our pot 1 and pot 2 sides. So, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. We could have had a strong referee. It wouldn't really have changed the group draw, would it have? But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Robbie Nielsen can work his magic and we somehow go to this group. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say we've got no chance, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. So yeah, cannot wait for the first game. Waiting on the fixtures to get announced. Hopefully we got. I mean, what my ideal scenario would be that we play RFS in the third and fourth matches, and we kick off the campaign with a home tie. So if we can get a home tie, and I don't care who against, Istanbul or Fiorentina, I would say, they're both around the same sort of level, so it wouldn't really care to me if it's Istanbul or Fiorentina. But if we can start our campaign at Tynecastle and somehow, pick up a win, pick up 3 points, then I don't know, even if let's say we get a draw in our away game, second game, even if we lose though, right, we picked up a win in the opening game, then we've got RFS in the third and fourth games, pick up 6 points against them, that puts us on a guaranteed 9 points, and then we might have a situation where we only need to pick up 1 win in our last 2 games to go through. So yeah, that's what I would like. Obviously, just get a home game, get after a good start, get RFS in the third and fourth games, get 6 points against them, and then we've got 2 games against Fiorentina and Istanbul to, try and pick up another win. Anyway, let us know what you think down below. Catch you in the next one, guys. Till then, peace.